kind of windy today. I don't think it's gonna rain though. Apparently there was an Apple event recently, and it says here, Apple Watch will put a walkie-talkie on your wrist. A new app coming to Watch OS adds another way to chat with your buddies. I guess with this feature, it says it lets you make or receive phone calls, use messages, and other network-enabled features when not in Wi-Fi range. Now Apple will let you connect with your friends in yet another way. The company just announced a new app for the Watch OS 5 called Walkie Talkie. You can now talk watch to watch over cellular or Wi-Fi to your buddies. It's kind of interesting. I don't use a smartwatch myself, but it makes me wonder if eventually a smartwatch will replace a smartphone. Is that too far-fetched? And this was interesting to me. I believe this one's in New Zealand. It was published by Airways. It says the Drone Tracker 2018. I believe it's statistics on what drone flyers are in terms of the numbers and everything like that, why they bought it. So I thought it was kind of interesting. It says here, Drone Tracker is a comprehensive survey of commercial and recreational drone operators across New Zealand. The objective of the survey was to build an in-depth picture of the state New Zealand's drone industry, focusing on the health of drone safety, business outlook, and future UTM requirements. AirShare's database of 7,000 operators were invited through email to take part, and further responses were gathered through social media campaign. The survey ran for 2 weeks and there was 1,442 responses. It's kind of interesting to see the percentage of recreation and commercial flyers. It says 60.34% of the responders were recreational operators flying as a hobby or for fun, and 40.66% were commercial operators flying for business purposes. That's pretty close, although it does match where it says obviously there's way more recreational flyers than commercial flyers, obviously. As expected too, even from my own personal experience, males dominate the drone market in general. Like here, I believe it says it's about 95% of the drone flyers were male and only 4% were female. This part was surprising to me though. It says the profile of a recreational operator. So they ask things like, why do you fly and how often do you fly? Like, this is not too surprising. It says most recreational operators are flying for pleasure or for photography and filming. I mean, that's expected. But then it says most recreational operators fly at least 2 to 3 times each month. That sounds kind of little, isn't it? Like, to fly the drone. Like here, obviously, I'm probably in the small bracket of people that try to fly daily whenever I can. But it makes me wonder in terms of people flying it, like for example, 2 to 3 times a month. Is that more because most people bought it, like just seeing something like, wow, it's so cool, and then they never actually use it, just like everything else? Or is it people would actually love to fly more, but they just can't due to things like regulations and so forth? So that would have been kind of interesting to find out, like to ask them, would you fly more if or whatever? I know some of you expressed here, like even in the comments, that for the time being, you've kind of stopped with the hobby, just until things clear out with the regulations. At the same time, you don't want to deal with a negative stigma. Like when you're flying a drone, maybe someone in the public, they have a negative view of it and they'll give you the dirty looks or some kind of, I guess, lecture in terms of how that thing's dangerous. So that's a little unfortunate that people are actually stopping because of that. Little by little, you just need to reach more people, because even from my experience, again, I'm still remembering that one where at first there was a lady that didn't really care too much about it, even saw drone footage, like, yeah, it's still dangerous. But then I let her see the one that I did with a beaver, and all of a sudden, like, it looked like she wanted to like hug the phone of it. But like stuff like that, you basically need just more variety and get it out there, hopefully, to more people to see stuff like that. Yesterday when I came back from the hike, I bumped into some people from the community garden and they were saying how there was so much of that bok choy left. So I basically thought, okay, I'll drop by today, see what's left, because apparently they have to get rid of everything by today. And I actually gave some family members and they really liked it. So I was like, hey, can you get more? I didn't want to take too much because obviously you want to share with people. So let's see what's left. Holy cow, you're kidding me. There's like almost everything is left still. Actually, funny enough, in the message it said we should take this out because they're starting to grow flowers. Whereas I had a family member actually say, that's the best part, when they start growing flowers. What do I know? Okay. I want to capture it with the drone again, but holy, it's so windy here. Actually, what I want to test afterwards when I pick some of them out is to see if my heat from my foot, like from walking there, if you can actually see like the residual heat. It kind of made me wonder last time when I saw the animals one where they sat there for a while and you can see where they're walking. Holy cow, the sunlight just popped up and completely changed everything, the lighting. Huh. Watch me change the filters and again it'll go dark again. is probably not the most efficient way to remove this soil. I'm just kind of improvising. Is it okay to leave the roots in the soil? I'm guessing that's good. I feel like I've taken so much of it, but there's so many left still. Alright, better land the drone, see what the battery. Okay, let's see if you can tell where I walked. Well, it got really hot and sunny all of a sudden. Oof. Now it's kind of hard to tell, although for fun, and since my hands are dirty already, let's see if the handprints would actually stay. No, it's really hard to tell, so I guess it's harder to pick it up on the soil, I guess. It could be the focus zoom too, because it's really hard to focus. You have to do it manually, there's no autofocus. So you kind of have to look at it and then change it as well. It's harder because you don't get the full picture. All you see is like these little blocks of heat all the time. It should work for this though, on the side of this. Man, the grass and everything.
Oh, the guy was blind.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Are you tired?
Post-drone workout. Post-drone workout. Now I see her huffing and puffing. She didn't huff and puff this much in the hike, right? Yeah.
More batteries. Post-drone.
The main one's gone. I only got like 60%. You see that? You missed it. So the cameras are going back and forth. What does that mean, rub belly? Is that what it means, rub belly? I think he's going to sleep. What are you looking at? That's cool. That's cool, actually. Did you use the auto mode?
No. D4.
Okay, yeah.
D4, 100.
Yeah, the ND4 was good for the grass, but once it hits the light, it looks so bright. It looks Alright, see you guys later.